Hello, before this video begins, obviously this video has spoilers for the movie Belle in it. This starts now as I have to put a trigger warning for some of the subjects mentioned in this video. This includes themes of death, emotional trauma, child abuse, and violence. I would have liked to have been cosplaying Belle for this video, but I lack a long pink wig, so we're doing an OC for if I was in the world of you. That being said, oh my god, Belle is not what I fucking thought it was. Hi everybody, my name is Brooklyn, otherwise known as the Dramatic Otaku, and today is going to be a movie review of the latest of Studio Chizu's releases, that being Belle, released in cinemas in Japan in 2021, but not being able to be released into the Western world until 2022. I had wanted to watch Belle since a year ago in February of 2021. I absolutely adore Studio Chizu, and when I saw the promotional video for Belle, I was instantly hooked, especially when they released the first snippet of You. I've been waiting patiently till it's released, listening to the original dub soundtrack for literal months, so much so that it was in the top 100 of my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah. But finally I got to watch it in cinemas for the limited release that it had in Australia, and wow, the subversion of expectations. Fucking Studio Chizu and Mamoru Hosoda have outdone themselves with this film. But before we get into the actual video itself, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and it would greatly help me out. And I would super appreciate it. Now with the self-promo done, who is Studio Chizu and Mamoru Hosoda? And what were my thoughts on Belle? There will be spoilers for this film. I would highly recommend waiting and watching the film before watching this video, and let's just get into it. Studio Chizu, for those who don't know, is the animation studio behind films such as The Wolf Children, or Wolf Children Ama and Yuki, as well as The Boy and the Beast and Mirai, and of course now, Belle. The studio was co-founded by the creative mind of Mamoru Hosoda and Yuichiro Saito. Hosoda has been making films since 2006, with The Girl Who Leapt Through Time being his first feature film, and is the mascot of Studio Chizu. Then with Summer Wars coming 3 years later, from there, he and Saito went on to found Studio Chizu in 2011, and a year later, The Wolf Children was released. Noticeably, every 3 years, Hosoda and Studio Chizu release a new film, without fail. They have released a new feature film every 3 years, 2006, 2009, 2012, 2015, 2018, and now 2021 with Belle. Can't wait to see what 2024 brings us, or in my case, 2025. Now, onto Belle. My initial thoughts for this film was, from the music and visuals and the promotional videos, was that this was going to be a romantic comedy with Suzu pulling a Hannah Montana and living the best of both worlds as Belle, finding her own voice along the way and having to prove the fact that she is Belle in person. The Beast being the love that she needs to go find because, you know, Beauty and the Beast. But oh my god, was that not the case? So we're going to be going into a very light summary of Belle, as in I take out all of the nuances, all of the good things of the film, and just sort of explain the plot in as bare bones as physically possible. So yeah. Belle opens by explaining to us, the viewer, what You is. You know, like every film that has a different cyber world in it. It opens to the song You with Belle singing on a whale, only to cut to Suzu gasping after having completed that specific concert in her bedroom. The first quote of the film is a disjointed time sequence of Suzu pre-You trying to find herself and the eternal sadness that she has due to her mother's tragic death while saving another child when she was about 6 years old. And let me just say, holy shit, I nearly cried in the first 20 minutes of the film because of this. it fucking hits so hard. Because of this tragedy, she's never been able to find her voice and sing like she wants to, because it was her mother that was teaching her how to sing and teaching her music. We see a little bit into her life and the other characters around her. Her relationship with her father, her best friend who is just a little bit too judgmental, the popular pretty girl who is kind of a friend but also not, as well as the definite crutch and possible love interest. And then there's the guy with the kayak. We see a lot of people trying to pressure Suzu into singing in the beginning act of the film, and we see how difficult Suzu finds it to sing, throwing up when she tries to sing by herself to no one else but to the mountains. This is when Suzu is sent the link to join you. She decides to join, and the first thing she does is sing.
Did I just sing? I can finally sing again?
She's able to sing in you. She quickly gains attention, and we skip ahead to when she's super famous. She's putting on a world record digital concert and is about to start singing when something or someone interrupts. It is the Beast. From here, Suzu makes it her goal to find out who the Beast is, interviewing multiple people and even trying to find his castle, which she does. This is the long process of Suzu trying to find out who the Beast is, as well as interacting in her regular life with her crush, as well as the girl who's kind of a friend but not really a friend, and her mistaking that friend's crush for her crush. She becomes heartbroken because of this, because she thinks that the girl is in love with her crush and she's like, go for it, but really doesn't want it. You know, classic teenage love story. She becomes heartbroken and writes a love song, and she sings it to the Beast, realizing that while he is covered in bruises, he's really hurting in his heart. It is a song only sung to Belle, the Beast, and another very light-spoken user. This is somewhat insinuating that Suzu's crush is the Beast, but we'll get to that later. The Beast soon goes into hiding after this interaction, and Suzu can't find him. When Suzu goes to find him as Belle, she is cornered by essentially the embodiment of Gaston, I cannot remember this guy's name for the life of me, who threatens to reveal her true identity. She refuses to give away anything that puts the Beast in danger. However, unfortunately, this interaction does actually reveal where the Beast is, giving Gaston what he needs. We then cut back to Suzu talking with her friend, who's not really the friend, about her crush. As it turns out, her friend has a crush on the fucking kayak guy, because he's actually important to this plot somehow. We are then delighted with an extra long scene of the friend and the kayak guy confessing to each other. When Suzu's crush confronts Suzu about her being Belle, another insinuation that the guy is the Beast. But wait, suddenly the Beast is in danger as Gaston has found his castle and is burning it down. But he wasn't logged on, so it's fine. A montage of panic occurs as Suzu tries to decipher out of thousands of windows who the Beast's account could be. And then she hears it. Someone is singing her song. The song that only her, the Beast, and the very quietly spoken user knows. Flipping through hundreds of thousands of windows, she finds the person singing. And it's a child? Now, this kid we see a lot throughout the film, as we see photos, screen clippings, news clippings of this kid and his brother and his father, and we also see him through live streams as he said the Beast to be his hero. The kid is extremely soft-spoken and singing the melody of Belle's song on a live stream that only she and her friends are watching, with the occasional internet cyberbullies coming in, saying haha fuck you, and then fucking off a little later. He's singing in what you'd believe to be alone in a room when his dad comes in. Now, this portion of the film is incredibly rough to watch, as it does involve child abuse, and as it turns out, this soft-spoken kid has an older brother. Still a child at 14, he's protecting his brother from the abuse that his father is dealing him. Suzu tries to reach out to these two children via a call feature on you that lets you talk to the person live streaming. However, she doesn't reach out to them as Belle, she reaches out as Suzu. So clearly, the kids do not trust her whatsoever, and she realizes what she has to do with a nudge from her crush. Suzu then reveals herself to be Belle in front of all of you, singing for everyone, giving up her safety and anonymousness, I cannot pronounce the word that I'm trying to say, to get these kids to trust her, and they do. In the end of the film, she takes a several hour long journey to find these kids and make sure that they are safe even if it hurts her, just like how her mother did years before. Suzu ends up being okay, and what happens to the boys is sort of left up in the air, but it is insinuated that they end up being okay as well. The film ends with Suzu finally coming to terms with her mother's death and understanding why she did what she did, as well as finding the confidence to find her own voice and sing. Now, that was the extremely bare bones explanation of the plot, but it has been a hell of a week since I've watched the film, so I've in my head erased some scenes, reworked some scenes around in different order, so it may not be as correct as I'm saying it now, but that is the bare bones thing that I remember the most about this film. I really wish I could watch it again so that I could give you a better explanation of this film. But yeah, onto my thoughts on the film. Okay, first we're going to start with the really heavy stuff to get out of the way. I really didn't expect the ending of Belle to go the way it did. The subversion of expectations was very heavy in this film. Of course, this is a Mamoru Hosoda film, so it's never going to turn out the way you think, but this was incredibly different to any other Mamoru Hosoda film or Studio Chizu film that I've seen before. It really touches on a subject you wouldn't expect a film on cyberspace to touch on about, but I guess that's sort of the point of the film. No matter what you see in a cyberspace, there's always a person, a human, a real living thing behind the screen, behind your avatar, and you have no idea what they are going through. That sort of runs true with Belle as well as with the Beast. Now onto the lighter stuff. Of course, it made me cry. Not externally, but internally. I almost outwardly cried multiple times throughout the film, but I held it in. I think it's A Million Miles Away. That's the ending song when Suzu reveals herself. Damn near made me cry. I loved it. Also, I wasn't actually expecting You to be the opening song of the film, genuinely. Also, for the English dub, why the fuck did they have to say come the way they do whenever they're explaining, like, the slogan for You? If I can find a clip of it, I'll play it now.
Come.
Why? Also, something that I didn't mention in my synopsis of the film was that there were these 5 old women who Suzu are in a choir group in. They are friends of Suzu's mother, and they're just kind of there. They're never really important to the plot. The movie hints at these 5 old ladies being the founders or the 5 voices of You. Now, this may probably not be the case, but they kind of hint at it and kind of hint that You was made for Suzu. It's really weird, but yeah. I'd also really wished we'd seen some divine retribution for the Gaston-like character, because I just would like to have seen some sort of taste of your own medicine kind of deal, you know, because he was trying to essentially dox a child or 2 children. And my last point, that something that I really wish I would have seen in the film that I kind of was expecting from the advertisement, was more of the character Peggy Sue, who is this idol before Belle in the world of You. I thought she was going to be a bigger threat in the film. Again, when I went into this film, I went into it thinking, you know, Hannah Montana kind of shit, and Peggy Sue was going to be really important to the plot. She is in about 2 minutes of it. Not even, maybe a minute and a half of the film. Again, this is mainly due to my interpretation of the film. I really didn't understand why she was in it at all. I guess it was sort of the waning popularity of social media and social media celebrities. 1 minute you can have a career, next minute it's gone. I guess that's what it was trying to be like with Peggy Sue's character. Also, Christina V for that role, iconic choice. As a whole, I really loved the film and I would love to watch it again and again and again. Again, I would really like to watch it again so I can give a more accurate description of this film for you guys. Unfortunately, I can't because again, there was only a limited viewing for it in cinemas. Turns out they did in fact make more times for the film after its opening weekend. Now I feel stupid. And yeah, I fucking adore the soundtrack to this film. I've been listening to it for a solid year, or how long it's been out for. I've been listening to it. I've been listening to you for almost a solid year. So yeah, I don't like it as much as The Wolf Children. That is still my top tier Studio Chizu Mamoru Hosoda film, but it is still up there with one of my favourite films, one of my favourite anime films, one of my favourite Studio Chizu films. It is a great watch and I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you go out and watch Belle. It is definitely worth your time. And yeah, I upload every Wednesday at 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, or just Australian Eastern in general, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!